Hello everybody and welcome back. New week, new build. As you can see, I've done a fair bit. This is Coral Island. As you can see, we're on the island and I had to plan this out because I've mirrored the buildings on both sides of the island. Now, I have pulled quite a lot of information from the resorts in the South African coastline. We've got a very diverse, well, South Africa is very diverse, let's put it that way. We've got mountains, we've got grasslands, we've got beach, and of course we have two oceans. On the one side we have the Atlantic, and on the other side we have the Indian Ocean. We also have some islands, but not really that many. So I've tried to pull the colors that appeal to me on the island through in the build. But this build is sort of got a bit of South Africa, KwaZulu-Natal, Margate, Cape Town, Bantry Bay, all sort of shuffled in together. So we obviously have the dock, which I'm not sure about these. I might change those up to squares because we've got a lot of geometric shapes happening here. If we walk down the jetty, oops, I'm not walking, there we go, you'll see this is where you would arrive at the island. In front of us we will have a swimming pool, and this is the reception. So let's go see the reception area. You remember that spiral staircase that we were talking about last week? Well, that is what I've done with it. And you will see, if you look into the other building over there, there's literally a duplicate of the spiral staircase over there. I have built this wall on the diagonal, and I've taken full advantage of the bricks, and we've done a random color selection of what you can expect in the resort on the diagonal wall. And if we look up, we'll see a fairly involved light fitting here, which sends a lot of soft light into the room. Obviously this isn't finished. There's a lot that needs to go in, and I'm playing with lights. I wasn't sure if I liked that or if I liked something like that. Then of course we walk through. This will eventually be the reception counters. Lifts to the next floor. Why does that look weird? Or is it just as you can see, we have the lift up and down. It's just the reflection, I think. This is not a functional lift. This is just looks like a lift. And we have the up button and we have the down button, and yes, that is in the game. We have a wedge. What is that wedge? It's a piece of pizza. I amused myself by actually finding the wedge of pizza to use as the button on the lift. Then we have a small diagonal here, as you can see if we go outside and look around. This small diagonal, which will have a garden in front of it. And then we have the rooms, which consist of these ones here, double bed, bathroom, and in the various colors from the walls. As you can see, I don't know about this one. I think it's too similar to that. I think I'm going to have to change it to one of the cream or pinks. And then upstairs we will have more. These will be smaller because if we just merge through the wall here, you'll see some interesting stuff. We have a nice ottoman at the front of the bed, an ottoman that actually fits. I do want to actually merge these into a single leg. I put pillows onto the tables, and voila, we have an ottoman that is the right height for the bed. What can I say? We have a shelf, big screen TV, cupboards, bathroom, and the bathroom is a mirror image through from that side all the way down. And yes, I did get the shower right in this one, so yay. Lots of shampoos and baths and soaps and lotions, and then out into the passage. Now, because this is the ground floor, the passage is really wide. You can see the back side of the staircase coming down, so you can actually walk around the staircase and down along past the other rooms. I've got a few rooms that I still need to furnish, you can see that, and down, and then this area you can see I still have to do the diagonal wall here, which takes forever, and I think I'm going to make this into that's going to be a fancy restaurant on the other end there, with opposite the reception area. I think I'm going to make this into a double story type, more casual eating area. Oops. And then the swimming pool. Then obviously we will have access to a beautiful beach down here at the back. Set up so that it's nice and relaxing. And I like the fact that we have, if we stand here and look, you'll actually see the mirror image here. On this side, we will have probably, I'm not sure. There are a couple of things that I've made a note of. I want to have a gym, because you know, you've got to keep fit while they're on holiday if they want to. And so this area here, I've just put the mirror of this with doors in, because one of these will be a gym and one of them will be a spa. And then coming through here, we will see this side, which will be the formal restaurant. I'm thinking of taking these doors off and putting folding doors in, using the windows obviously, so that the people on the restaurant can spill out into the sky, into the night sky, onto the patio. And I'm also thinking it will be a double restaurant, so we'll have tables here, and then if we go up the stairs, you will be able to access probably from here on with that view. And then these will be rooms again. So right behind us here we have the start of the kitchen. You can see obviously a good restaurant needs a good kitchen. So I set up a couple of things that I'm going to change. We've got two doors obviously, because we've got the indoor and the outdoor. There we go. So that staff can bring stuff out and then, whoopsie, take stuff back into the kitchen without bumping into each other. I've put in 4 stoves, 4 ovens, 4 stove tops, 4 sinks, and then there's dishwashers here, which I think will be pretty good, as you can see. And what I like about this is the way I've set it up. This is actually a perfect, oops, I was just setting the time. This is a perfect place for us to put, I don't know, salts and peppers and hot sauce, because that is a tray that I've put in there. I was going to put a, you know, when you've finished cooking and you've got dirty spoons and that, you can throw them in there. But I think I'm going to use that as a tray instead. These I want to build into the wall a bit more, so I might move that out, move this up, and actually use like, where is it? My game is getting very laggy now, unfortunately. It is what it is. I don't think I can fit that in, but I think I can fit in. Oh, and these things switch on now, which is very cool. So you can actually hear them. Let me see. Refrigerators. That is a term I've picked up from Renovate. Okay, that can be that side. That will fit. But the question is that necessary? I don't think so. I might have to move all of this down a little bit so that we can actually put the fridges in sideways. So it's almost a cool room rather than anything else. I'm going to turn this off because this is what gets the game a little bit iffy. You'll see I started building in the blue instead of the white. I also have extractor fans. I'm not sure about them. I will have to think seriously about that, but we have extractor fans on each side of the stove. Each side of a central section there. And I'm thinking of running that central section along and putting shelving on the sides here. Let me know what you think. So for me to move this whole catastrophe down is going to be another story for another day. So I'm not going to do that now. What I am going to do is take this wall out. There we go. And we are going to start pulling out the floor. Because of the diagonal, you'll see I've built this is the only difference between, for now, this side of the hotel and the other side, is this has been pulled out a bit. But everything else is pretty much the same. And of course, we are going to have a passageway that then comes down here between the kitchen and the spa and the gym, so that people can come out from here and walk down to that side if they so wish. But let's see, if I use that, that. That is the color of the floors inside the rooms. This is the color of the outsides. So we're going to have to do some fun stuff here. Let's see. That is the wall. I am going to see, let's start this way, because from here I'm going to make the passage, I think 3 meters, because maybe, let's see. Is that big enough? Because then I can put my lift, and I say that in inverted commas, here and up to the next floor as well. So I think that would be a good idea. What do you say? And then we have the floor, which is going to, I think that's, okay, no, not quite. Let's just, it's one of those days today. There we go. That will then be our upper gallery area, and then the top, and then literally it's pulling it out like this, which is fun when you're working on the diagonal and using it as a feature. It's interesting. Okay, so we have that. We have the floor here, and then obviously we can now match it up to the kitchen area. Okay, so this will be the restaurant area. We will have a lift there to go up to the next floor. We will have a passage behind there to go to the next, to the spas and everything like that. So let's use this wood, and I would like to change the rotation so that it follows the passage, and literally we have a huge long passageway all the way to the back of the resort. There we go. And then obviously I will put a back wall in, and what I've done on that side is I have put huge windows. So as you're walking, you're looking out at this beautiful scenery. So I think that works. Let's just use that to there. And then what I have been doing is I've been using these floor transition strips, and I've been using them in gold. There's a lot more transition strips that I need to put in, but that just separates the different shapes of the floor. Alright, and then this will then be this wood, which is a slightly different color, and then once again we can run it all the way to, yeah, and that will be both the gym and the spa. I don't know if that's going to be wide enough though. Let's see. Six meters. Just checking something here. Now we have no massage tables per se for the spa, so my thought process immediately went to regular dining tables. So for example, this would make a perfect massage table if we take our this pillow, and yes, it sits on the table nicely, and we just have to take it out one and one, and down, and we have the start of a massage table. We have no way of putting the space for the face in it, but that's okay. And we have obviously a pillow, which is awesome. And we can, I'm just throwing a white pillow on here for an example. We have a massage table. And then obviously we have towels now, which is also awesome. And we have nice folded towels. We have those ones and we have those ones. These are longer, I think. Let's do the check here. Yes. These ones are longer, so they can go onto the table. Now, there were a couple of other thoughts that I was having, but I don't think for the actual goods. Let's just see, how long is this? This is going to be a pain, isn't it? They need to take the, it will only go on a towel rack off it, because this would work nicely draped across. It would work nicely draped across the bed, because we don't have any, and of course it only has certain ways to go. So if we take this, don't know if this is going to work because of the way it's been manipulated. Maybe not. I don't know. Little untidy. So maybe we will use these. But let's just put it back on its hanger, shall we? There we go. Okay. Now, obviously, a spa would have a pool, so we're at the right level for the swimming pool. Now, the swimming pool will be here. So that's not a bad thing. We only have 15 swimming pools to play with, which is unfortunate. They still haven't lifted the restriction on the swimming pools. Now, I actually think that's the smaller area. I might need to put the spa in here because this is a larger area. This one is 12.4. And this one is 9.2. My thought was I could probably use the wall here for showers, and we don't have a sauna, but showers and bathrooms that can be accessible from both sides. So there's that. And our gym equipment should work really well on the flat side walls. So I'm not unhappy about that. The reason these walls are so thick is because of this. Because this actually I've put into the middle of two walls, otherwise it pokes through and it's just a little complicated. I don't know why I like that, but I do. And that's why we're working with thicker walls here. But we can use that. Oh. All the way up there. And don't ask me what I'm going to put on this thing as a roof. That is a story for another day once we have completed this whole exercise. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. So I am going to, just wondering if I should narrow this down. Maybe let's just build the wall, see how it goes. Just stolen 20 centimeters. And then I will just zoot across and copy the lift across here. I also think I'm going to maybe open this up and we can have, you know, in a snooty restaurant, you've always got the place for the bookings, and the maitre d' and the head of house or whatever stands here, and we can have that. So because that actually would look really good with a diagonal wall behind it. Something like that, and maybe we can even utilize one of those. That is the column. Where is it? It's here somewhere. Not that one. It's this one. Is it this one? Yes, it is. And I put the white marble on it. Is that going to be enough? Suppose if it's just one, we'll place it there and see. Maybe this one. That would be a little bit more interesting. And then I can take that out. Oh. Actually, no, that isn't. What is that? I have no idea. I shall copy it across. I think the white marble is a little intense, don't you think? Alright, let us not sell. Let's just copy that. Okay, what is that? It's not concrete. Okay, whatever. Let's just copy it. There we go. Don't know. Let me know what you think. I could probably pull it through. I like the round with the staircase. I'm not too sure about that. But we'll keep it for now. That, on the other hand, is just sad. Now for the restaurant, we are going to need a lot of things. I've got a few ideas. Where is it? Sorry, it's on the other side of my... There we go. Now, decorations, standing decor. There is this, which we could possibly utilize in some parts of the restaurant. Let's take it down to just a straight painted wood and see if might. I mean, these are so dramatic, and that's not dramatic at all, but it might be interesting. Now, let's just go and see how tall these walls are, because I need from ground to top 6.4. Let's go see how if I've got these the right height, because I am going to put a dropped ceiling in. Okay, so that is the same height, which means I've got to put the ceiling in like that. And then we literally do this by hand. If you've got any other easier ways of doing it, let me know. But it's literally one at a time on the diagonal. But it's so pretty. I suppose I could go... No, I don't want you to do that. Thank you. We can literally pull in as we go. So on and so forth, which can be a little boring. And you'll notice I'm not using the white on the walls, and I might have used that same color on the outside by mistake. I'm not sure. Let's just check. Okay, no, we have got the white. That's fine. Alright, so this is not going to be a huge restaurant. but I think we'll be able to fit a few tables in. The next question is round tables, square tables, what tables? I mean, these are interesting, but I think those sort of tables would go more into the less fancy restaurant, the sort of restaurant and pub area. So we might need to look at maybe something like this, which are really pretty. We can maybe go for oak. And we should be able to fit a large number in here. I was also thinking of doing, we don't have, we've got these, which are terrible. But I can maybe use that as a template, for example, and put it on the diagonal and build in something along the wall here, if that makes sense. But we would have to use that, as I say, as a template and employ all the forces of good and try and figure out what the heck we would use for example. You know what I mean. And oh, this could actually probably be slightly shorter because this would be the seat. To our pillows. You know, in these fancy places you would want something that is pretty comfy. And I hate the strap. I really hate the strap. I think I would go for probably either the vintage suede, but it's also got it's a bit like damaged. Something like this. Depends where you're standing is what your point of view is. Alright, and then perhaps that for the back. So I will... Does that sit on here? Yes, it does. Does it stand up on here? No, it doesn't. Ooh, no. No, other way. I think this is too skinny. And look at the lumps on it. It's ugly. No, 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 no. No. Let's take that, shall we? It's quite clunky and chunky though. Look, it does sort of do okay. I don't know. Maybe for the other restaurant we might have to do fancier stuff for here. But this, I don't think with the floor. I think I should do the tables the same color as the staircase, which is this, the light beach. It's just a slightly more intense wood, and I think that would look pretty good. And then we need some chairs, so we're going to have to look at dining room chairs. Now, again, that's my chair, my go-to chair of choice. So it would either be that chair or it would be that chair. Those are the two options. And then we can probably take either the colors of the wall for the chairs, or we could just do them all in white so it looks very fancy. And perhaps inlay some wood in a pattern. And we are also going to do another fancy light fitting in here, like we did in the reception area. I think that is going to be our two choices for chairs. These are the more classical ones. These actually make the room a little darker because of the wood. So I think maybe these ones, because again, you've got the lightness of the back of the chair. And that would look pretty darn good. Can you see this? Okay, you can see the texture, and at some point it goes weird. You look on the left hand side at that pink wall strip, you'll see it goes like spotty, like little pixelated dots. It's very interesting. I need to actually do something with my computer and see if I can push the performance up a bit more. Look at the pink on the other side. You'll see now there's a shadow there that's like dark and pixelated, which is very interesting. Okay, so I think here we are going to take the doors away. I know, scary stuff. Always scared when I take doors away. And I think I'm going to have to figure out how to make normally you use a full piece of wood, a full piece full piece of window as the fold door. So let's what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing right now. Let's take that. Take that to the floor. I have to take it to the floor. And then we're going to move it. So I'm tempted to sing that song. Question is, how deep do we make this? Because normally they would fold pretty much their width, but I think that might be too much. That one. How much would you? Guessing it's something like this, and then on this side as well, but I don't like the depth of it. It takes too much space up. I'll just move them back and forth so that they look folded just now. Oh, come on. So this whole area will then open up . Yes. With the folding doors like that, leading out onto the terrace. But we would have to have, would we have to have, I don't think we would have to have a cover on the front, because it doesn't rain in my game right now. So we could just sort of bring everybody out, if needs be, onto the terrace. I think leaving that side section there works the best. And then we can literally just bring these guys up and tilt them one way or another. It looks like the doors have been opened. Alright, so we would move that slightly. Is that going to need? No, that actually looks pretty good. Tip it a bit more, it becomes what are these called? Accordion doors? Concertina doors? I have no idea. Don't even know if this is the way they look when they're opened. I think just like that for that one. It looks like they've literally slid the doors open so that the people can enjoy. The only thing I don't like about it is it takes up so much room. Maybe I can cheat the system and just make these shorter. What do you say? Then they don't take up so much space. There we go. Might be in our best interests to actually make them shorter. Yeah, nobody will know. They don't actually fit the doors. Same size, yes it is. I'll concertina them properly at a later stage, but that looks better. And can you see that? There we go. I think what I'd like to do is put one of those transition strips right across here. I'm just playing with the transition strips. I'm having fun with them because why am I doing that? Yes. And then it looks like a rail that the doors are sitting on to open. I can pull that all the way along there. It might not show, but that will work. Now the question is, can I put one up here? I don't know. Yes, I can. Oh, I love this little thing. It has come in very useful. Can't really see it there, but you know what? It's okay. There we go. So you actually have the rail that the door runs on. And that works for me. Then once I've finished the ceiling, that will work to bring in some nice lights. Now here, what I did in the reception area is I took the low storage. No, it's the medium storage. I took this and I used it as the reception counter. Now, let's see what we can do with it for here. The handles we don't really care about. But as you can see, it is quite low. As opposed to a table or a desk. Let's use a desk as an example. It is just slightly, actually no. How is that? Okay, because you're sitting down. Sorry. Yes, because you're sitting down, and because you're standing, you actually need it to be slightly higher because the people behind the desk are standing. Now the question is, do I copy this? I think so. So what I did is I took the blocks, I made them the same color as the counter, and I literally put it on a plinth. I'm not sure if it's 2 or 3. We'll put 3 down, and we can always take it back. So it's now tall enough, so if you're standing behind it, you can actually do whatever you need to do. And I'm surprised that it actually should I do it like that? Because from a distance it looks pretty good. And then you've got the drawers here for whatever you need, as well as the good stuff. Okay, I'm happy with that. And then we can put, as I say, the lift there, and we can then start the rooms upstairs. I know I'm waffling, I apologize, but I am, as you can see, I've been sitting playing with measurements from one side of the island to the other. And in fact, let me extend this, because now it is 4 meters. So that's 2.6, 1.4 more meters. Ah! No. And you'll even notice that I've manicured the grass. Can you see that? It's got, well, mostly. It's got no very few flowers in it, because obviously the grass here has to look really pretty. Alright, so this room is the blues, and what I've also tried to do, I've dropped in a couple of pictures again from Unsplash, where I've tried to take stones, coral, shells, that sort of thing, so that we've actually got that feeling of stuff. Now, the other thing it's been irritating me, do you see the flickering here when I do that? I was watching Renovate's video, and exactly the same thing's happening in his video with the lights. They're literally flickering, and that irritates me. I'm thinking I would like to do glossy painted wood here. I want to see what this will look like. I think that will look quite good. It just finishes this off. Just wanted it to be a feature of the wall. We do have a bells and whistles. How's that for a good one? It doesn't come up as well because it's the same color as the wall. But it'll show up really well on this wall. Yes, that just finishes it off nicely. Now I also have, it's not in line, is it? That's fine, we'll move it. That one. No. Three sides. That's going to be a problem, isn't it? Seriously. I don't know why my instant reaction is to right click to deselect when I'm not finished. See, again. Okay. I have used 3 different colors on the wall here. I'm not too sure if I like that. I might play with that color instead of that color. What do you say? I have been playing with the textured paint. In fact, the strip in the middle is actually fabric. That's fabric. I actually think that looks better. Just with the one color. Looks more cohesive, if you know what I mean. I don't know about these cupboards. I was thinking of building them in so they're not, because you can see this is a different sort of feel. Now once again I want to move these 2 together so we've actually got a central leg instead of a whole bunch of them, and this cushion actually moves with the table on occasion. It was just easier than building the whole darn thing. Ooh. Building the whole darn thing from scratch. Yeah, I'm going to have to move these slightly into the bed so that we can push that closer to the bed. See the back of the wood, but I think that's a much better ottoman than the little dinky ones we've got here. I don't know about that chair either. If you've got any suggestions of other chairs, let me know. But we have a fruit basket and a bottle of wine waiting for our people. These are mirrors, and they're really bad, and I clearly need to do something about zhuzhing up my game specs. We've got a towel on the bed, we've got some cream as a gift. I think that's a nice hotel room. Again, mirrors, double towels, more towels, basket of all the lotions and potions you should possibly want, your shower with a little seat, and I have hooked the lights up. As you can see, I haven't put overhead lights yet because I haven't decided if I want to, what I want to do other than that. But again, with the lights, I have to be careful because then the game does weird stuff. So let's go next door. I'm not sure about the color of this. I really think I need to maybe tone it down to that color as the base. You can always use that. I think that is a little bit more neutral, a little over the, less over the top, if that makes sense to you. So we're introducing the various colors in without totally overpowering the room. Yes, I am sure that for the competition it's not really going to be about pretty, it's going to be about utilizing the game to the best of its ability. But again, it's got to be pretty. Gotta be pretty. Oh, I haven't put the court around down there yet either. So this is a good time to do all the housework. I was just going through copying the bathrooms because the bathrooms are fairly, well, pretty much the same all the way through with the fittings and everything. So I have been very busy doing that. And then also, look, for the curtains, even though I've only got a curtain on each side, I've used this exact same rail or floor transition strip, as you'd like to call it, as an extension of the curtain rail, and it works, and I like it. And I'm glad it works, because those rails really need to give us the chance to actually stretch the rail. And I don't know how they're going to give us the option to stretch the curtains. It does look a little less like a hospital room with that green. And I could always adjust this color if I so wish. Stop here, going to be the easiest. No, I mean, I did get a comment from a lady who had also my spiral staircase popped up on her feed, and she had done a spiral staircase a couple of months ago. I was like, oh really? Because I couldn't find anything. And she did the most amazing spiral staircase out of something else completely, but she didn't spiral it the way I did. She used, oh, I don't know, I actually don't know what she used, because it had a curved edge to it. And I have no clue what that was, but it was amazing. Sorry, I'm just chucking this on all the walls that I can see, and hopefully I've done all of them now. Seriously? What is your problem here? Oh, you know what the problem is? I built the bed. Can you see I built the bed into a piece of the wall because I didn't like the headboard. So it will only go so far. That's funny. That as far as you will go? Yes. Okay, you. At least it tells you when it's sort of at its edge. You don't have to like see what you're doing. Okay, where? Oh darn, I missed one, didn't I? I was actually watching it renovate. I'm sure it was renovate. Oh, I've missed a spot here too. Doing a kitchen. Oh my golly goodness gracious me. Hello? Can I not? Okay, that will have to do. Damn. I could dream up kitchens like that. I would be a happy camper. There we go. I'm not sure if I like this very intense wood grain. I'm thinking of maybe toning it down to see, that's the polished wood. Let's do this one. This is the front. See, this stained chestnut is a little less aggressive. Maybe we need to do that. Yeah. Color is not the same, but it is less aggressive, that grain. I mean, look at that. Grain is just too much. That one. Oh, and this. Damn it. What did we use? That one. Yeah, better. Okay, I'm liking it. I don't know. I think that might be too dark. Let's see. If I do that. That's the lightest. All right, let's see if we do that. Okay. Wow. See how it actually changes the color? See, the vintage suede has actually got spots on it. That could be fun. Okay, I'm going to try all of these. Well, not all of them. That's the carpet. That could be fun. And that is a lighter color. It's got a bit of texture in it. Try that. It will do. As I say, it's a little textured, so it's got a bit of something to it. It's not as dark and imposing. Okay, I will take that. Next question is, why oh no, it's so bland. I think that's a bit better. What do you say? It'll do. Next. Then this is the mirror image of the mirror image, and oh my gosh, I don't know if I like the bed, but I like the colors. I just don't like the color of the wall. So we're going to once again go and grab that color. This is the more green, but I don't think I want to go with the green. I think I would like to grab a different color. It's too similar to the room next door. Okay, so this has got the slightly cream undertones to it. So let's see the duvet. I'll use that next door. I'll use that in the previous one. Thinking something like this, but in perhaps the go with the hate that it loses that. See what that looks like. And then the pillows. Will that work with the color of the wood here? Or would we have to would we have to change it? Maybe we should go back up one. No. Again, I don't like that wood. Maybe we need to go for a simpler wood. Look at that. Then this color is going to just overwhelm it. Okay, let's find a different color. We can probably... Okay. Let's keep that. Because these are all the colors that I've used in the walls of the building. So maybe we should go with... I've used the green next door. I used this blue in the other room. The time to go for that color. heck? Okay. That is a little over the top, don't you think? Maybe that. That's a little less. It's a little bit better. Okay. A little more restrained. Still got the white here and there, which I'm happy with. And then we just need to match up the chairs and everything else. Okay, so let's copy that onto that. And then let's find, that's the color that we're looking at. Oh, what I'm thinking, going this side. I like the fluffy carpet. That too purple? I think it is. Now, let's see what color this comes out. Ooh! We actually missed a spot all the way down there. That is a little too purple for me. It's a bit more subtle. Even done the bathroom in here yet. Okay, that is a bit better. And as I said to you all the last week, it's literally a case of counting and then doing the same thing multiple times, because we are literally making hotel rooms which can be exact duplicates of each other, but I also don't want to do that. I would like to give them each a little bit of personality and use the different colors that I'm currently playing with for the hotel. And the curtain. Alright, let's move you. Oh no, not that. better. Slightly off. Oh. Yeah. I'm going to just pull it slightly into the wall, otherwise it has that black shadow there. Ooh. And that's a little low, I think. I need to pull it up. Oh yeah. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to come back and do that. Now the question I have is, in the bedroom, we have that, didn't we? Computer goes, ah! Especially when we click on that. Now you'll see we have a bunch of images. I've got corals and I've got stones and I've got seashells and I've got all kinds of stuff here. Okay, that was a little bit quicker. See these? How pretty are those? And then we've got all kinds of really pretty, I mean, how gorgeous is that? I wonder what, oh yes, that'll work. It's got that hint of, it actually works quite nicely. And then I've been using these darn mirrors that unfortunately don't really work very well. Actually, some of them reflect and some of them don't, as you can see. Oh, the glossy, the painted. Which is irritating, but there's nothing I can do about it. And then we put another picture on the wall here. I mean, look at these, aren't they gorgeous? I think that would look quite pretty. Because again, it's got that slight lavender-ness to it. Okay, so that's the start of bedroom number whatever. And then we've got bedroom number 4. And above us, we got bedroom number 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, we got a ways to go, but I just am loving the colors of the island, if you know what I'm saying. Now, I saw a pool. Now, what happens if I do all of this white? And I pop it there, and we turn it over. The question I have is, how thick is the water? Okay, so the water is super thin. It's just a layer of water, which I'm happy to see. The reason why, I saw an amazing picture of a swimming pool where it came down, in, and then down again, and they put lights underneath. See if I can show you. I'm going to leave the pool there, and I'm just going to play. Let's see. Let me play with the sandstone. It's the easiest to play with what I'm wanting to do. So, for example, here's the pool. Hey, come along with me. So it actually cuts through. Can you see it cuts through that? And then if you look at it from the side here, you've actually got lights. Turn down the brightness and that. So if you're outside and you have it's going to be dark. You actually have not only lights in the pool, because obviously we're going to have to do the same thing. But you have lights around the pool as well, which I think is quite awesome. So that's what I'm going to be aiming for. Wish me luck. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, that's going to be a lot of work. But because the water is literally a layer, I think we can do it. And I think the width of the pool is literally going to be the width of one swimming pool down here. I just know 15, so we shall have to see. It's gonna be fun. All right, let's put the sun back on, shall we? It was at 6 p.m. because it was still nice, but not intensely bright. So that is pretty much one of the things we're gonna have to do at some stage. Not yet. I might line it up and we can play with it. I Doesn't that look pretty? Like a swamp. It's like a pool swamp. And again, it's gonna stay there until we play some more. Right, I'm gonna leave it here because I think I need to measure out for the pool. I also need to measure out the rooms for the spa. Let me know what you prefer. This is just a standard one light that I've put on a string. I've just made them different lengths and connected them into one light. Would you prefer for this particular corner, for example, the round light? But obviously overall we've got the huge light fitting above. And I'll carry on. But as I say, I'm a little dismayed with the jittering. I don't know if it's because my village is pulling power, if they've done something weird, if I need to reset my graphics. I don't even know what the settings are. So we shall have to check. So guys, thank you for joining me at Coral Island. I hope you are enjoying the vibe of the island. Suggestions for the roof line, because if you see the rooftops, we are literally looking at angles there, angles along there, and angles along there. So it's yeah, going to be a little interesting. So I hope you have a good day. If you've got this far, please consider subscribing. I really would appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.